Welcome back to my channel, and here I am, my friend. I hope you are having a wonderful time, and like always, here I am with another great tutorial. And on this video I'm going to give you a big idea how you can reupholster a dash cover from a Lincoln 1968. This is just an idea. I am not going to show you how to remove the dashboard, but I will show you how you can clean it, how you can repair, and how you can wrap with a new material. You can use vinyl, you can use leather, fabric, any material that you want. The process almost will be the same. As you can see how it is, I have to clean it first. I recommend you to clean it first. Always. Never put a new phone or new vinyl or leather on top of the old thing without cleaning. I am using a grinder, just making sure to remove all that dirty thing. Cover your face, put something on your face, cover your eyes. The customer don't want that speaker in there. To me, that speaker, it is so important to leave it in there, but he don't want it, and I cannot do nothing about it. He said just remove the speaker, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to seal in that part. I'm going to put a new wood, just a piece of wood in there. I just put that piece of wood, and I will put some screw from behind. In case if the screw is too long, I just will cut it by the other side. And I will use a body filler or bando. On this kind of dashboard, I can use this kind of material to seal in all those cracks. But sometimes you can use a fiberglass, or you can use a silicone or other product. But body filler for in this time it is perfect. Just make sure to seal it good. Put them on all those cracks. If you put a lot, you might have to sand it a lot, so try to not put in a lot. I will sand them at the end, but just to make sure to make that area as smooth as possible. I put bando on all the area that is needed. Now I'm going to use the grinder. Just making sure to make the area flat. Any bump, I will remove it with that grinder. There are some areas that I cannot use the grinder, so I do it by hand. And you can see how it is. I will put the foam on top of that area. The foam that I will use, it is a closed cell foam. It's 1/8 thickness. You can use black or you can use white, any color you want. I always use a white, and I am putting a lot of glue. I am using a pneumatic glue gun, but if you don't have a glue gun, you have to apply glue by hand. It's not a big deal. Yes, will take more time, that's all. Long time ago I didn't have a glue gun and I apply glue with hand. A lot of people still applying glue by hand when they do dashboard, when they do door panel or center console. They still do it by hand. It's not a big deal. Just any technique that you use to apply glue, if it works for you, keep doing it. Then I start gluing the closed cell foam on top of the dashboard. This foam, it doesn't stretch a lot, so you have to make some cut, and you have to sand it to eliminate any bump. Like right there, you see I forced the foam a little bit. In order for me to keep going, wrapping that thing with foam, I just make a cut. And make a cut on top too. Then I will trim all the rest of the foam. Right here. See, it's not straight. And because it's not straight, on foam, you just make a cut. On the material, you might have to put a stitch. It can be a top stitch or can be a French stitch. Like right there, I just cut it. And I will sand it later. Any of those cuts, you don't have to see it through the material. See, I am cutting all the remaining foam. The excess foam, I don't need it. So I just cut it. You can use any knife, utility knife. The one that I use is cost me like $1.99 on Amazon. That utility knife that I am using. And I trim the phone all around the dashboard. Right here on this bend, I just will trim around. Then I sand it. There are why do I sand it? Well, because this phone, if I put glue without sanding and I glue the vinyl to the dashboard without sanding, there is a big chance that will come in undone on the future. By me sanding it, I am making sure when I put glue and when I glue the vinyl to the dashboard, I am making sure that glue is not gonna come in undone later on. Very important to sand this kind of phone. Very important. Get a smooth sandpaper like 80 or 120 grit and sand it. And I cut all that and I sand it right there too. By hand. I don't want to use the pneumatic grinder to sand it. I just do it by hand, and you can see him on there. So all depends the kind of material that you're going to use. If the material stretch a lot, like trunk lining, some customers want the dashboard wrapped with trunk lining. If that is the case, you don't have to put a stitch at all. But if you're going to use vinyl, if you're going to use leather or fabric, if that material stretch a little bit or it doesn't stretch at all, you have to figure out where you're going to put the stitch on it, on the top. We know dashboard most of the time have a stitch on the front, so no matter what, you have to draw a line in there and trim the material on top of the line, and that means there will be a stitch. You see, I draw a line on the top. If this material is straight, that stitch wouldn't be necessary, but it doesn't stretch, so no matter what, I have to put a stitch in there. Then plus the stitch that it will go on the front. I put glue just to hold that material till I drop. You see, I am putting a little fraction of glue, a little, just enough to hold that vinyl, enough to hold it till I drop. This vinyl is Sierra. If you have been working on this tray for a long time, I am pretty sure that you already know this vinyl. Sierra, it doesn't stretch. It's a heavy duty vinyl. A lot of old car had this texture, and that's what customer ask for, this kind of material. Right there is the bend for the heater for the AC. It is going to make a cut, and that cut is not going to be all the way around. No, it is just on the front and then on the side. See, I just cut him on there. I don't cut it all the way around because the stitch will be on the side, then on the front. I will put a 3-piece of material on there, and that piece is not going to be all the way around. That's why I cut it like that. Then I have to draw this line, and I will cut it. If I going to put a stitch there or on the front, I have to give some extra for the seam allowance. Keep in mind that whatever you give for the seam allowance, you have to make sure on dashboard, door panel, center console, headliner, like those kind of job that is custom, you have to make sure to take in when you are sewing. If you take much than the 1/2 inch or much than for the seam allowance, there will be a big chance that will be short. If you take less, there might be a big chance that will be loose. So I just remove that piece, I just cut it, and I will cut the other piece. And same thing, I apply glue, I glue that piece to the dashboard, then I start marking. I start putting those marks. Those marks are very important when you are sewing. A lot of people put a lot of mark on it, a lot, and that is okay. The thing is, when you don't put mark, that piece might be crooked, might be twisted, and that will be a big problem. The more marks you put, better it is. I don't put a lot, I just put like 7 marks in there, plus the one what is on the front. I got that one, and then I have to cut this one. When you are tracing those pieces, you're going to hold it with tape or with glue or with any weights on top, anything that you use to hold it. Make sure to don't stretch that much the vinyl. Don't stretch it too much, because when you are gluing that material to a dashboard, will be a stretch. If it is too much stretch, there will be a big chance that when it gets hot, that material will come in undone. So just lay out the material, put a weight on top, or put glue, and then trace it, and then cut it and take it to the sewing machine. On this process, when you are sewing, I am not showing you how you're going to sew it, how you're going to learn how to sew it. No, I just showing you how you can sew in this material, how you can sew in this dashboard. I have some video when I show you how you can learn sewing using the machine, but I'm not on this video. I just get a strip of material and I put them on that area, and you see that material is sewing just on the side and then on the front. I just cut them on there. Why do I cut them on there? Because if I don't cut it, when I glue the material to the dashboard, it will create a big wrinkle on the side, and I don't want that. I don't want that. That's why I cut it. How do I know how much I will cut it? On this dashboard, I already know how much I will cut them on there. Taper out like 3/4 of an inch. No more than that. If you cut it more than that, will be too tight on the side. Then I will sew that other piece of material. I am not going to show you the whole process how you can sew in. This is just an idea how you can attach all those pieces together with the stitch. I am making this dashboard on 5 pieces. Then I take it to my post machine, because I will put a French stitch. That French stitch will be on the front and will be on the top piece. On the post machine, doing this kind of stitch, it is so easy. If you have a double needle table machine, not a big deal to do this that top stitch too, but I prefer using a post machine. Then I done with the stitches, I done sewing, I go to the table and I put glue all on the dashboard, especially the top piece when the pressure will be concentrated. Then underneath I put glue all at one time. Then I will let it dry at least for 7 to 10 minutes. Right now the temperature, it is 7 Fahrenheit. I put glue on the vinyl too. You might ask, 7 to 10 minutes is a lot. When you put the vinyl on to the dashboard, it's not going to glue. You are right. That is the purpose why I let it dry so much. Why I let it dry 7 to 10 minutes. You see, I put the material on top of the dashboard. If you don't put pressure, it will be concentrated. Then underneath I put glue all on one time. Then I will let it dry at least for 7 to 10 minutes. Right now the temperature, it is 7 Fahrenheit. I put glue on the vinyl all to the dashboard. It's not going to glue. You are right. That is the purpose why I let it dry so much. Why I let it dry 7 to 10 minutes. You see, I put the material on top of the dashboard. If you don't put pressure, The glue that I'm using is that one. In case if you don't know, just take a screenshot and zoom in and you will see exactly what kind of glue I am using. So let's say it. But right now it is almost like 10 minutes that I apply glue, since I apply glue. Let's say if I place that material run and I want to unglue it, I can unglue it without problem right now. But if I apply hot air or I rub with the palm of my hand, I am activating the glue by using a hot air. So after I activate that glue, for me to unglue the dashboard or the vinyl will be so hard. So make sure place the material correctly. When you are 100% sure that vinyl or fabric or leather is correctly, start using the palm of your hand rubbing. And then you use the hot air or heat gun. After you use the heat gun, the glue is activated. You want to unglue it, that will be so hard to unglue it if you are using the kind of glue that I am using. So I just cut them on there. There will be a chrome. I activate the glue on that area because by right now it's more than 20 minutes that I apply glue. And I am making sure that area, the vinyl is attached to the plastic or to the metal on that area. If the vinyl is on the air or is not gluing to the plastic, when I put the chrome or the plastic that will be on top, it's not going to assemble correctly. Right here you see it. It's almost 30 minutes since I apply glue. And I am activating the glue by using the hot air. Plus I use the palm of my hand. Alright, you see? If I want to unglue it right now, if I want to unglue it, maybe I will unglue it. But there is a big chance that part of the foam will come in with the vinyl if I want to unglue it. So it is very important to let it dry a lot when you are using this kind of glue. Very important. I will make a specific video related to this kind of glue in the future. If it is, let's say if the weather it is like 108 Fahrenheit, sometimes we reach 108 in California. If you reach 108 Fahrenheit, it is not necessary to use the heat gun. But if it is down 80 or down 90, I recommend to use the heat gun just to activate the glue, and you are minimizing the risk that the material will come in undone in the future. So the hardest part is done right now. You can see him on there. I am making some split right here in the corner because that is where the heat of the AC might come out, and that area has to be nice. It has to be nice. Right here, try to spend some time doing that thing correctly. As you see, I just doing the finish now. That part won't show, but I am cutting the remaining material. I don't want to leave excess material in there because it might be on the way. You see that click? You have 4 of those kind of hook. Those you take it to the car, and those hook will lock with the pin that is on the dashboard. You see that like a pin in there? Well, those hook will grab that pin and will lock it. And then you put a screw on the front. It is so simple to remove this dashboard compared to some other dashboard that you have to remove everything. You have to lower the steering wheel, you have to disassemble the glove box compartment, a lot of things, remove the stereo. On this one, it is not necessary to do all that. I showed you like 80%, 85% of the whole process, how you can reupholster this dashboard. I didn't show you the whole process. Why I didn't show you the whole process? Because I guess you, by watching me how I doing the hard part, you will do the easy part without seeing me how to do it. There it is. It takes time to do this, especially when you're going to clean it. Just make sure to clean it really good. If you're going to put foam, like I did, make sure to put a lot of glue on that foam. You don't want any air bubble underneath the foam. Try to eliminate any air bubble. And there it is. The vinyl that I use, it is Sierra. It's a heavy duty vinyl. It doesn't stretch. You know, my friend, if you have been working on this, what kind of vinyl I use for this thing. There are a lot of vinyl that stretch a lot. Sometimes the customer want to stick with the old vinyl. I put them on the sun. After all, I leave it on the sun for about 2 hours. By the way, it's still cold. It's like 80 and something right now, Fahrenheit. But there it is. On this video, my friend, I showed you a lot how you can do this dashboard. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do it. You will learn a lot about upholstery. So thank you so much, and see you on the next video. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. You will help me a lot just by clicking the like button. Any comment, leave it in the comment section of this video. Thank you so much. See you soon on the next video. Ciao, ciao.